Yay for uber inclusive leather dykes. Yeah. So I had a great experience last night. I went to like the kinky leather dyke organization here, the Exiles, which I've known about for a long time, but I was always kind of scared to go. Um, I finally gave it a shot because a leather dyke that I ran into said that she thought that I really need to be looking at the kink scene, that the kinky dyke scene is the most is a very gender inclusive and gender integrated scene. You know, partly because the there's this the leather the butch leather daddies and the gay boy leather daddies are kind of working together. And and you have these organizations like what what is it called, so the black the black wings or something. You have these organizations which are gender inclusive going on in kink. And another thing is I think that kink gives the female born dominants a chance to interact with male born as submissives or as bottoms, and to kind of get over some of these truly phobic reactions and fears of the male-bodied. Once as a dyke, I think once you've had a male body tied up and you can play with him and spank him and do whatever, the body, that they're just not so scary anymore. So anyway, I went to the Exiles. It's once a month, so what are we talking about? Third Friday in the women's building down in the Mission. And I was overwhelmed. I went there and I almost didn't dare to go in. I hung outside because I couldn't see the crowd at all. I went in a kind of sexy outfit. And I had these kind of traumatic associations of, oh my God, I'm going to walk up to the place to buy my ticket and they're going to look at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? Now, even though they have this door policy, which is quite revolutionary, the door policy is anyone who does not identify as a man or full-time as a man is welcome. Yeah, that's totally, because that's specifically including a male-bodied genderqueer, of which there are, I don't know, there's me, and, I haven't met any other San Francisco male-bodied genderqueers. Maybe a couple, maybe there's three of us that I've met. But they're specifically including me. That's crazy. I've just never seen that. And the other thing is that they're specifically excluding man-identified trans guys, which it's interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, in a sense of how do we redefine? How do they redefine women's spaces? I mean, these people are totally redefining women's spaces. It's totally revolutionary for gender and identity categories. Anyway, I went, and they're a great bunch of people. I loved it. I felt totally included, and I don't feel that way. And even the litmus test, the litmus test of whether trans women and a Jasper is included is, okay, well, it's one thing to tolerate our presence, without going off on us, but are we truly welcome? And I felt truly welcome. And the litmus test is, can I cruise? which is, if I let it be known that I am attracted to femininity and not to masculinity, will I still be welcome? Am I only welcome as a gay boy, or am I welcome in my sexuality? And I was, I felt very flirted with and hit upon. I totally didn't take them up because it's still scary as fuck to I don't know. It's once burned, twice shy. Um, but I made some good contacts, some good friends. I think if you're in San Francisco or near here, and you're trans woman or female identified, genderqueer, this is an amazing resource. And I only saw two trans women there. So I don't know if trans women don't get it yet that this is an inclusive space, but it really was. And I don't say that easily. It's the first space I feel like, a woman's space I've been in, that I was free to express me and to express my sexuality. That my sexuality wasn't being policed and my gender wasn't being policed. I mean, hooray! Jesus Christ! I mean, that's a big fucking deal, and it gives me hope. It gives me a hope that this organization based on ethical principles, self-selected, self-decided. If we're going to be ethical, we need to include the male-bodied femmes as well. Hooray! It's a big fucking deal, believe me. Um, so, thanks for listening. It was fantastic. So thank you, everybody at the Exiles, for creating this space for all of us. Bye bye.